are New England pop rock band Sporting. With their most recent release, Ordinary Love, this track is not one to miss. Their dreamy guitar riffs and sick choruses are sure to be added to your next playlist. Please welcome Sporting.
Woo!
Woo!
Yes! That's us!
Applause! Ben, your camera quality looks amazing.
Thanks, buddy.
Put yourself with a toaster, bro.
Here, hold on. I had better lighting before.
It's not the lighting, it's so pixelated.
POV, you're my son, and I'm about to give you a mean lecture.
This is incredible. Already, I feel like I'm part of the band. If you guys need a triangle player, I think I can handle that much.
That's probably kind of taken from like a handful of people, but
God damn.
You could definitely do tambourine.
We could have like a triangle choir, like a bunch of
I could do
people.
the tambourine.
Hell yeah.
I'm a mean tambourine. But just to get us started, what was the first thing you guys listened to today?
It was actually, it's funny because I just listened to the first thing I listened to today on my way to Walmart, and it was, I can't even remember the name of the song, but Kanye released the deluxe version of Donda, and I just wanted to hear the song with Andre 3000 because he's the greatest rapper of all time, and that
I
was
didn't
the
even
song
know that
listened
existed, bro.
Yeah, me.
I didn't
That's
either.
news to me.
Yeah.
That's
It was
fire.
a
Kind of flew under the radar.
Drake dropped it. It was unreleased. Drake dropped it, and then it kind of backfired because everyone was like, "This is Drake's best song," and it wasn't even his song. And then Kanye put out the deluxe version of the album that now has the official release on Spotify. So it is there.
Interesting.
Damn.
Is
Yeah.
it fire?
Andre has an amazing verse as per usual, so definitely recommend.
I'm
sick.
gonna listen to it for that reason. I listened to Donda because I was like, I feel like I have to, and I was like, it's not bad. And then now I will. Again.
I like Jail. That
was a good song. I
That
like
was
Jail.
not bad. Yeah.
And Jail too.
Yeah, I think I started off today I don't remember. It was either the new album by Saveface or like, what's it called? The actors from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia started a podcast like last week, and I've been listening to that a lot.
Oh, did they? That's sick.
Yeah, so it's probably either one of those things.
Anthony, did you know that Charlie from that show is from Rhode
Is
Island?
Luigi. Oh, I thought you were gonna say he's playing Luigi in the Mario movie. Yeah, I just found out he was from Rhode Island. He was talking
Luigi.
about. He is Luigi.
That's important.
Oh.
It's important.
That's not where it was
It's a very
going.
important thing.
But so the first thing, honestly, the only song I listened to today was "My House" by Flo Rida. I'm not
Yeah.
even joking. It's
I
a
mean,
banger.
if you said that, I'd be like, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it.
My mom got approved to buy a house today. Well, she got like this. Her offer got accepted, so I've just been banging that song, being like, "Welcome to my house."
That's incredible.
I'm not even lying.
That's awesome.
I'm speechless after that one, honestly.
Wait,
Big
yeah,
fan of Flo
still
Rida.
playing. Really,
You came with receipts, and I
God.
appreciate that.
it's a receipt, of course.
So get us kind of going. What was the romantic tale that is Sporting? How did you guys come together? What does that look like?
The romantic tale is it's honestly it's not boring, but it's like, so I Ben and I played in a band together for like 6-7 years, and we've like known each other forever. But so that band like broke, like that was like all throughout high school for me. So I started this band originally just trying to write songs without like kind of like having like an influence of direction, I guess. So like I just like kind of wrote a handful of songs that I like knew didn't work for our old band, and then I kind of just like started like went to the studio and got them recorded, and over time I met our drummer first, and we started like really like working on songs together, and then we were like, all right, like let's try and play some shows, and then we had a different bassist for a while, and then we tried out this other kid on guitar for a show, and he's a great guy, like he's a good friend of mine, but like just didn't feel right. so then I like kind of just like guilted it and was eventually just like, all right, Ben, you win. And like I ended up having him play guitar with me again because I just can't find anyone better.
Yeah, when I got that text, I was like, ha 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 ha.
He sent me the Thanos meme.
It comes back to me, huh?
He's actually like behind the scenes the whole time, been planning it like Joe from You.
It
He's
felt
just
like
like behind the scenes. He's always been the one.
Because I asked him, I was like, dude, I hate to be like annoying, but like, is there any chance you'd be interested in playing guitar for us? And he's like, I can't remember what the meme said.
I
Ben.
sent you the picture of Thanos that was, where he's like, you couldn't live with your
Everywhere.
own failures, and that's, where did that bring you back to me? I
That's
just had that
incredible.
moment talk, dude. I was waiting. I love that
Hell yeah.
quote.
But Ben was already like kind of in the band. Like he would come and hang out when I'd record vocals for the songs because he was just like we've been best friends, so like it was just an easy fit. Like he was already there for like the writing process for some of the songs. Like it was just easy. And then we started cranking through a couple shows, and then lockdown happened. So then like after all that, like our bassist left, and then Anthony joined through quarantine. And we've just like been like writing songs and like just becoming more of a band than like just a solo project of like the first couple songs were like me, but then after that it's like been a unit, so it's cool. Like
Hell
it's
yeah.
like we have like a general direction now of like where we want to go with it,
Heck yeah. And how did each of you kind of get started in music? What was that like? What was your like catalyst album?
Oh, that's tough. That's real
That's-
tough.
Honestly, I hate to say it, but like I guess I'll have to say like the first album like mainstream wise that like really like got me to like want to be in like a band is like probably like 21st Century Breakdown by Green Day. Like,
Oh yeah, most
Solid.
underrated Green Day album. I
Yes,
love
solid.
that record.
I saw them on that tour. Like that was the first time I saw them, and I feel like I know so many people from bands that I've played with and everything. Like we've all were at like the same age or whatever, and we were all at that concert, and it all made us want to become like it made us all want to be in bands. It's crazy, but like that album itself was just like such a crazy like I don't even know. I don't really like it anymore though.
Oh, well, I don't really have a specific album that got me into, like, playing music. For me, it was honestly, like, playing Guitar Hero 3. Like, straight up, like, I just did that. I didn't really like old rock music until I played that game, because, like, I was in 6th grade, and, like, everyone got that game for Christmas that year. Like, literally every single person. If you didn't get it, you were missing out. And I remember just, like, playing it and, like, watching it, because you start out on, like, a backyard stage, and it's, like, the biggest house party show in the world, of course, but you get like on better and better stages. I remember like seeing those cutscenes and stuff and being like, that'd be like a pretty cool thing to like do in real life. And then my dad plays guitar and has like a bunch of equipment, so like literally one day after getting off that game, I like went upstairs and was just like, hey, can you teach me guitar? And he basically showed me the basics. So it wasn't really an album specifically that got me into guitar. It was literally like a video game. So
Literally.
I kind of had the total opposite of that, where my dad also plays guitar, and he had always been trying to teach me for forever. Where like he really wanted me to get into it, but I wasn't into music, so I was like, no, I'm good. I don't need this. And then I like got into music on my own, and then started learning guitar on my own. My dad didn't even teach me. I went and got lessons because like I don't know, I just wanted to do it all on my own, sort of.
Hell yeah!
But
Can
if
I
I had to
actually?
cite, like, bands, probably, like Fall Out Boy and all the, early 2000s stuff.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel bad now because my answer was more so of like why I wanted to play in bands, but like the reason I wanted to like play music, like it's not an album, but it's the Blues Brothers. I got the poster right here.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Hell yeah!
That's a good one. I always talk about how I listened to From Under a Cork Tree. I stole it from my older brother's room. And I was
great
in
album.
like 3rd grade, I think, at that point. And it was really fucking weird for a young third grade year old girl to be walking around and be like, yeah, Fall Out Boy. But I was. But I was. Okay, so you guys are all from different parts of the Northeast. Where are you from? And then also, what was the music scene like in high school and like growing up?
I'll start.
Me and Jake are from Hicktown, Rhode Island, basically.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, basically.
But no, I live in Charlestown, which is like just southern Rhode Island, essentially.
Yeah, I grew up with Ben in the same area, like 5 minutes from him, but I moved like further north since then. So like I'm moving again further north in like 2 months. I'm gonna be like right next to like Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
Hey, that's where I
Yeah,
am.
I'll be near Anthony,
Yeah.
hanging out. But our drummer Robin, he actually lives in Massachusetts.
Okay.
But within each other, we're all probably like an hour and a half. Um, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
bad.
not
We usually try to like meet in the middle or something. But,
Yeah.
pretty easy.
yeah, it's definitely it's cool. It's a different type of a situation because I'm used to being in bands with people who all like just live around each other, you know. But it was like this was kind of more built around like our abilities. So I like like we're all like just like meeting each other online and stuff, like just finding out actual good fits. You know, it's all about sacrifices.
And
Yeah, and as far as like a music scene, we pretty much all, I mean, I assume this would be the same for Anthony, but we pretty much just all gravitated to the Providence scene,
Yeah,
um,
pretty much.
which is super solid. Like, definitely something that I'm grateful for, because, sometimes you can get caught up and be like, oh, I don't have so many people at my shows, blah, 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 but like plenty of places don't even have a music scene. And we have one where, we're in the smallest state in the U.S. Like, it's pretty easy to um, get people out, to gigs that are less than an hour away. Some Rhode Islanders still don't like driving just an hour, but, still
Yeah.
easier than it probably would be elsewhere. So I'm definitely grateful for the scene and
Oh,
everybody in it.
Yeah. Plus, also we've got we have a connection where we can play on the beach a lot, which is always very fun because Rhode Island, we're right next to the water, which is very
hell
nice.
yeah. Which is funny because the beach we play at though isn't even in Rhode Island. It's like in Mass.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know geography. I don't even know where I am.
It's like Cape Cod.
Oh.
It's nice.
Oh, Cape Cod's in Mass. Fuck.
Yeah. But I was gonna add to what Ben said about the Providence scene. It's like a healthy music scene that like I feel like almost like if you like experience other scenes, you kind of realize you take it for granted because it's the type of area where people just go to shows to go to shows. It's like people don't go just to see your band, like they'll go just to see local bands. Like
yeah.
I feel like a lot of areas don't have that as well, like as we do, I guess. But I also
Is
think New
pop
York.
rock kind of like the big music up there, or is it kind of like split between a few different genres?
Kind of like Midwest emo-y type stuff.
Yeah,
normally.
emo
Love to
seems
see
to be
it.
kind of like more popular. Also, like just
Indie
pop
type.
punk.
You know.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of the bands that were kind of pop punk when like when me and Jake were in our old band, like years ago, like have become more like alternative or Midwest emo.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel like
or just more
from
pop.
me outside looking in, it seems like it kind of many years ago it was more like easy core pop punk, and now it's more like the emo indie type thing.
Right.
Kind of transitioned little phases.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you guys kind of like fall into that because of what you listened to, or was that just kind of like the thing to do in Rhode Island and all of the other places on the weekends, or was it just kind of what you followed?
That was more of just kind of like cause I started like trying to like approach like the pop direction like a few years ago, like just kind of because I was sick of writing emo songs, like 'cause that was more
I'm
or
not
less
sad anymore.
like that's really like I just like I hated like the like almost like repetitiveness of like the structure of like okay you're gonna have a cool intro and then verse chorus and then big bridge where there's a bunch of screaming parts and then like it's just like it
Crowd
was like
chants, all of it.
yeah all that shit. I don't know. I just like I wanted to just make like I like simple music, and like I feel like it's like with like this like emo stuff like the heavier stuff is a lot more progressive. You know, I wasn't really like, I guess we weren't really doing it because it was like the thing to do. Like I was also just at the time like listening to way more like 1975 and like, I feel like in high school and shit, I like over time like grew out of Oh, Allie's gone.
Oh, am
What?
I?
no, you're still here.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
still
okay.
here.
Interesting.
Jake, I think it's just because your camera's disabled for slow internet.
Oh, it just said her camera's been disabled.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean,
so-
It says
I
it's
can
still
still see
recording.
you.
It says it's still
I can see
recording,
everyone.
so-
I think
as
we're
long
good.
as you
I
can
think it's
hear
just
me,
you,
we're
Jake.
good.
Hell yeah. Sorry to stop. But yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. I think like overall it's just like the whole like pop punk like heavier music stuff. It was like that's the reason our old band ended. It was just like just kind of like grew out of it, I guess.
And looking at sporting, would you describe? What would you guys each describe it as? Like, let's say, like just a short elevator pitch of what you sound like.
What do you think, Anthony?
Oh, I was gonna take your guys' time to think about it, but I guess I'll just go.
On the line, go.
Right now.
Oh, this is hard. This is really. I feel like one thing that we've talked about is our music is very accessible. Or like we did our first tour, like real tour, like a couple of months ago. My first tour ever, and like none of the shows were duds because I think we kind of have an accessible sound to people who even don't really like. Where it's like with the emo stuff, it's kind of a niche, but with our kind of poppier sound, people really gravitate towards that. And we have a lot of covers that we play as well, which always helps. But the thing is, people gravitate towards that kind of pop, feel-good sound, which lets us play not only just like venues and stuff, but like anywhere. Like we can play, any venue and sound fine. Like on that tour we did a brewery, and that was great.
It's like when you play places like that, you just throw in a few extra covers or something, and they love you. It's like when you're like screaming and stuff,
And they melt in your hands.
yeah.
They hear Wonderwall and they're like, "Fuck, you got me."
Well, I'm sold.
We'll see. We do live forever, so like it's close enough, but like definitely maybe over Morning Glory.
Yeah.
There you go.
I feel like the band is like, it's gonna sound like a pretentious answer. I feel like the band is kind of like a vehicle for us to be as like creative as we possibly can, because we don't restrict this kind of music to just guitar, drums, bass, vocals. Since we have a more pop sound, we can really just like pretty it up with all these sorts of sounds we want. Like if we want, because we all like are pretty good with like home studio setups and stuff like that. So we'll have synths in our songs. We might have keyboards in our songs. We might, down the line at some point have like horns or strings in our songs, because you can do so much like in a studio setting. So I think this band is a great way for us to like, bridge those gaps that we weren't able to, at least me and Jake weren't able to in our previous band that we were in together.
Yeah, basically what Ben said.
Wow, what a cheat out.
I just love like having like no like boundaries. Like the fact that we're not like, oh, how are we gonna do that live? It's like it's never really in question anymore, because like things that we can't do ourselves we'll like incorporate through backtracks. Like we'll figure it out. It's like we don't worry about live stuff anymore as much as we just try to make sure we write like songs the way they're supposed to sound. It's like we don't really hold back the way that we like. I feel like the whole thought of like backtracks like 3 years ago to me would like just like didn't even like, I just was like intimidated.
We would not have been able to do them in the old band. We were not tight enough. We would have fallen apart.
But those kind of things just like make us feel like we can really like just like do anything we want creatively, and I feel like it shows in our music.
Ordinary Love was a banger, I must
you.
say. I got like big like grayscale energy from it, and
That's so weird. That's the first thing I thought when I heard it.
Really?
That's the first thing I had thought. Yeah, that's really weird.
Like not new, like current grayscale, like the album prior, like I think it's called Elevita or something. Like big. It was really good, and I get a lot of music from a lot of different people, and some is better than others. But I automatically saved it. I was like on my Spotify, on here.
Oh yeah.
I'm a really big fan. I'm excited to hear more. And there's like also a maturity to the sound, which I didn't expect, if I'm honest. And like it sounds like you guys have been a band for like 20 years and you're just banging them out album after album. Like it was very good. Like in all seriousness.
That means everything. Like thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Can you guys kind of talk about where the concept of the song came from, the visuals, the whole package?
Hell yeah. So like, the concept is boring, but it's just like I'm like explained it.
It's ordinary. It's not boring.
There you go.
It's basically like being like in love with someone who loves you back, but like isn't like in love with you. Like they love you, they care about you, but they're not like they don't love you like that. You know what I mean? Like that's the best way to explain because that's the like they love you ordinarily, whereas like you're like you have like this like crazy infatuation, you know. But like this like the whole experience recording the song, like shooting the video and stuff. So that was the first song I ever like wrote like for this band, like 3 years ago. Like that was the first song I recorded for Sporting. Ben and I like we almost was like a song for our old band, and we just like couldn't really make it work. So like because it was way too poppy for like our old shit, and then so I we just kind of sat on this song and released a couple other ones in the meantime because like we always felt like this song needed a music video, like it has like such visual like feeling, you know. So all we could think is just something colorful, you know. But our friend Connor just had the concept of all the backdrops and all that for the video, and we just spent like I think 6 hours filming like a really quick, easy day. Just set it all up in my basement, and we just like the concept was there was no concept. It was just like we just wanted to smash stuff and like just like involve that with the energy of the song because like it's too energetic of a song to just like have a bunch of storyline stuff. You know, it just feels more like a punchy like just kind of introduce ourselves and what we do in the band because it's our first visual as a band. But the picture, like the album, the single artwork is just that's like just one of our favorite photos from the video shoot that we took. That also Connor took, I mean. But yeah, that was like the whole like experience of it from my end, I guess. I don't know about the rest of them, but
They're like, we hated the whole thing.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna look at the song a lot differently now that I really know what it's about. But that was very sweet. It's very nice. Yeah.
No, the video was so much fun to shoot. Like, I don't know. I never thought that simply smashing objects on the ground could fill you with such adrenaline, but it definitely does.
I love that.
My only other comment, because this has come up in like every other situation we've talked about the video, the colors were not Wiggles inspired. It was not an intentional thing.
It's a PSA.
It's like fucking.
I'm surprised that you didn't lead off with that because almost every person we've talked to has been like, "So Wiggles, right?" And we're like,
yeah, we played a
yes,
Halloween
but
show.
we did not intend for that.
We played a Halloween show and we were like, oh, like the other guys were like, oh, let's lean into the Wiggles thing, but I was like, we can't because I'm in another band as well, and literally last year we played the same Halloween show as the Wiggles, and I was like, fuck, I wish we could do that now.
Soiled it. Could have been.
I don't want to be known as the Wiggles guy. That's all. I don't want that.
Everyone just thinks of you as the guy every Halloween. Like, okay, I have this great idea. We're all gonna dress up.
Yeah,
as the Wiggles.
exactly. Exactly. I'm more of a big time Rush guy myself, so I can't really, you know.
Understood.
But yeah, I can only really speak on the video because the song was written and done before I even joined. But the video was very fun because I don't remember how the timeline was, but I think that was the first music video shoot I was actually on, and it was a very fun first music video shoot because it was literally just stand, pretend to play instrument, and then destroy glass.
Hell yeah.
So it was
Not
like,
a problem.
it was a good time.
Also, like me and Ben like recorded like did like a few music videos in the past, and like the last one we like really like invested ourselves in, we were like extremely disappointed. So we just had like a sour taste in music videos for a long time, and like I feel like this experience was exactly what we needed because it was just so relaxed and like just kind of like do whatever the fuck you want, and it just like came out awesome, and you could like feel it in the video like how much fun we had, you know. So that video itself holds like a special place because it's like, it was like low budget and like just simple and just like so much fun. Like that was before we played any shows, like before COVID. I mean like post COVID and everything. But so like that was like the closest we felt to like performing at the time. It just like helped us really get back into like gear like right before we started doing shit.
And the visuals, the whole package, the look, the album art, the whole thing, incredible. Chef's kiss.
Hell yeah.
Kiss. So shout out.
Yeah, we gotta give a shout out
pal.
to Connor Lenny for that because
Oh
he
my God.
obviously was like such a huge part in it.
Killed it.
and he worked hard to give us the finished product. I mean, when we were finishing up, he was like, "Yeah, probably get like the first edits back in like a couple weeks or so." And literally within like a couple days, he was like so stoked on it. He like sent us the first edit like right
The
away.
next day. Like literally the next day.
Yeah, it was nuts. And he helped us out with like all like the photo shoots and all the artwork, like pretty much all the visuals associated with it. Like he's definitely like the main guy that was a part of that. So huge
But
shout out to
also,
him.
and so he had like a couple people working with him when he filmed it. I just don't want to like
Yes.
mention their names, but his brother Shane, also same last name. They're both Lenahans, and then Dimitri Christo. He's the singer for Rocket Ship, but he's also just a great like graphic designer, camera guy. They were both just huge helps with Connor that day. They like basically all produced it together. But
It was
yeah.
sick. The whole
We have a great
package. I
team.
can't get over it. It was when I got it in my email. I was like, "What? This all looks so good." Like, like the whole thing. Like I don't know. You guys just were very impressive when I opened up Gen's email. I was like, "What the fuck?" It was sick.
It's awesome. That's what we were going for, so I'm glad it worked out.
Worked out. And you mentioned a little bit live shows. What has it been like playing shows? I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit. And are there plans for more shows? I know you have a show next weekend. Yeah, next weekend in Rhode Island.
We
Hell
did.
yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot.
Hey, surprise! You have a show next weekend.
I'm not on that one. I'm
Okay.
feeling today.
Yeah, he's going to see Grayscale with his mom.
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it all comes back to grayscale.
it all does. I couldn't get out of it, and I don't want to because I love Grace.
He's like, "Mom, don't kill me." Looks at the door.
Tell them no.
We have many more shows coming up though, so I'm fine with having Brandon fill in for me.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so we have 2 shows next weekend. We're playing in Jersey on the 3rd and then in Providence on the 4th for December. But yeah, we played, like, we did like a 4-day run over the summer, last summer, I mean, obviously. But so we played in Massachusetts, that place like Cape Cod we were talking about on the beach. That was like how we made that initial connection. And the next day we played at my house. Like, we threw a house show. And then we played in Jersey City the next day, and then New York City the next day. And like every single show, like Anthony was saying earlier, was like, just like, because also I think being in lockdown, our expectations are so low of like a crowd that like just any crowd feels so like holy shit. But like honestly, it was crazy. Just like each show, just even before COVID, like we just had never had those kind of reactions before. And just having crowds, like, I don't know, like, every single night it just was successful, like, smooth, and, like, there was just people to play for, people, like, to support us, like, every night it just felt like we were a band, and we weren't, like, you know, down on ourselves over, like, a shitty show that we played in front of nobody, like.
One thing I thought was sick was the fact that there were, like, it wasn't even just crowds, where it was, like, crowds of people that actually, like, knew us and were fans and were, like, exclaiming that. That was really cool to me.
And people bought merch every day, like.
Oh, yeah.
That was the cool thing. Like, it was like the first 2 shows we were like was like, you know, a house show, and like the show on the beach, like we weren't getting paid, but we like just sold all this merch that like it was just so helpful for us. And then like the next few nights, like that was the other thing. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know how many people really like bands. Like, I know it's probably weird to like just talk about getting paid and stuff, but like just in general, like just like we're not used to getting like even just like compensated the way that we have been since COVID. Like, it just seems like people are just a lot more like supportive of local music in general. Like, you know, I mean, I don't
Feels
know.
weird to go have a good time and then get paid for it.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like after like COVID almost like basically like I feel like it's probably the same with like movies too. Like I feel like for some people like after almost like losing that industry essentially, like they're gonna like appreciate it a lot more. But like these guys were saying, like the fact that like every night of that tour it was like a good show, like it was like awesome, like all stoked about it at the end. Like usually with those like little weekend runs you expect at least like one show to maybe kind of be a dud. It just kind of like happens, and you know it's all good. But that one, it was like there was no duds. Everything was firing on all cylinders. It was great.
It made us feel like we were like way better than we were. Like it was like kind of intimidating, but also I was gonna say the future shows we have. I can't really like, cause like nothing's like announced yet or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, we're hopefully doing like our first like tour in January. So like it'll be like instead of like 4 days, it'll be like a week.
Hell yeah.
You know, like
Very
7 shows
exciting.
hopefully. But we're gonna go to places that we've like never been before, like even like as people. So
I've never driven farther than this, so it's going to be very interesting for
Yeah,
me.
I didn't know that.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah,
Farthest I've been
when we played in
driving.
New York, that was your first time in New York too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it was so cute. He was
It
like,
was a great time.
"Take the boy."
I didn't go anywhere, but I felt nice about it. I felt good about it.
They were like, let's bring the boy around, make sure he sees everything. You know.
Yeah. Then we just stayed in Queens. We went to a great restaurant across from the venue.
That was awesome.
Those tacos were very good, and it was good because it was the first time that I was able to eat with the band all weekend.
Oh yeah. No, so Anthony's gluten free.
Oh.
So we
Yeah.
had to go out of the way to get some. We would go to different restaurants. Like I would order a pizza and then bring it into like whatever restaurant they went into.
Or like
I remember we got
we went to.
yeah, they got the breakfast one morning, and I just went to a bakery beforehand that was like gluten free and just got a bunch of random pastries and just brought it in, and I was like, "Excuse me, is it okay if I just like?" Because I didn't want to offend them by like bringing my own food in, but I was like, I physically have to.
I think she was like, I don't see that, or something like that.
Yeah. She said something like, "I don't see it. It's fine."
Real.
She
She's
also.
real.
He explained that he
It's
was
fine.
gluten free, and then she proceeded to bring a plate full of toast over and put it
It's fine.
in front of him. Like it felt like a joke.
Please eat the toast. It's definitely gluten free.
And the first place we went to go eat to, like when we were still in our town, like before we even really left,
Oh,
we like
yeah.
sat at the table and we're like, "Excuse me, do you have gluten free options?" And she's like, "No."
Just no.
I really that out of all the places we went to, that was the one I expected to the most because they're a pizza place, and most pizza places are the places that have like gluten free. Like any local pizza place you go to, they have a gluten free crust now. But,
I
of course,
wish I had the
one that
balls
we
to tell
decided go
clients
to-
no like that at my job. Just no, not
Yeah.
even no thank
No.
you, not even
No
like a
apology.
no, sorry, we can't. Like,
Nope.
just no.
And it was so fast. There was no thought. It's just, hey, do you have any gluten? No. Nope. None.
She said straight up, no games.
We're
No.
out.
No.
So 2022, you mentioned possible tour. What else are we getting in 2022? What does it look like for sporting?
So hopefully finishing up this goddamn album. So we have like five completely finished songs like all together, and then we have like 4 songs that we recorded instrumentally in the studio that I just kind of have to like lay down vocals for and get mixed and like add some synths and stuff, some guitar leads and all, like just like small details. But like we have like 9 songs that are like, you know, recorded. So hopefully we get a couple more songs recorded, and the goal is to have like a full album, our first full record out, hopefully by like springtime. I'd like sooner, but it kind of just depends, you know.
I think spring or summer will be ideal. I think our album's gonna have some summer vibes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Let's go.
I also think it's worth noting all of those songs do not have titles.
Yeah, none of them.
They're all randomly
You do
titled
not,
as we
they
go
are
along.
too vulgar for this podcast.
I mean, drop some. Let's go.
Yes.
So we got a song called Penis Party. We got,
I like that one. That's a good
yeah,
one. With the money sign. For the
oh
yes.
yeah, I
Oh,
forgot.
naturally. Naturally.
What's the other one? Piano Boy is pretty simple.
You gotta leak what the songs that are already out used to be
Yeah,
called.
those are the ones that were kind of like. So Ordinary Love used to be called Fart Sauce.
When I tried out for the band, I got an email with an MP3 file, all caps, fart sauce, for a
Learn bass
tryout.
for this.
Yeah, along with Dead Ass.
Yeah.
That's another great one.
Yeah. That's my favorite one.
You need to name one. The next one, I request the name Eden Ass. Just do it. You gotta do it. Spell it Eden.
Eden
like
Ass.
Oh, okay.
Adam and Eve.
Eden.
You're eating,
In
our
In
Garden
the
of
old
Eden.
band, we had a working
That's
title
funny.
called Eating Ass Like Cupcakes. So maybe next time we'll do Eden Ass
Yeah, you
Like
gotta
Cupcakes.
do. Well, if you do Eden, it's like less obvious. You know, it's like low key
Yeah.
enough.
True.
You can
Say,
keep
oh,
it on
Eden
an
Ass,
album
a
for real,
completely
for real.
normal name. I
didn't
think I
even know
work with
about
someone
that
named
one.
Eden Ass. Yeah.
course.
This is easily my favorite interview I've ever done. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I've laughed more in the last 45 minutes than I have all week. Jesus. Do you guys want to play a game called Quick Pick, where I make you quick pick a song? With the first scenario that comes to your head, just let me know what song it is. I've already picked mine, so I've got a head start. I'm not going to lie. But I'm indecisive, so that's why. You're walking home in the rain, and you get splashed by a car driving by. I picked Kalima by Neck Deep. I would be very angry.
Okay.
I think I'll be very sad.
The first thing that comes into my head is you can either do the original song or the song that it's a sample in, which everyone knows is the chorus of "Stan" by Eminem. You know, my tears gone cold, I'm wondering why. That's what would pop in my head immediately if I get splashed by a puddle in the rain.
It's a good one.
Weird choice for me because I don't really listen to. I have a friend that's super into Bright Eyes, and that was the first thing that came up because I thought I'd be really sad, and I was like, what's the saddest band I could think of? So I'd probably go with A Perfect Sonnet by Bright Eyes.
That's a good one, too.
I'd probably go with You Had a Bad Day.
As you should. As you should. What's that guy's name? It's like Howie something.
That's why I was gonna say.
I think it's Howie Day.
Yeah. Something like that. My name is
You had a bad Howie Day.
Man, it's just sad out here. The second one is you're stuck in an elevator, and the person you end up being stuck in the elevator with has the worst ringtone, and it keeps ringing, and it keeps ringing. What song is it? I'm going with Dynamite by Tayo Cruz.
So it's the guy's ringtone is the song we're picking?
Yeah.
Oh
It's like
god.
the worst one for you.
Jeez, do you have an hour? I can name all the songs I would not want to hear. I think if I had to pick one, it'd be Tonight by Hot Shell Ray. I don't know if you remember that song. If you don't remember that song, I envy you. I honestly do, because I would give like $500 to delete that song from my memory and existence in general.
That was such a good
I
song.
hate that song.
I love that song.
I'm back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just defend. No, it's fucking terrible. Don't get me wrong, but I like it.
And the
I feel
ringtone
like
would be
mine
the
would
part where
probably
he
be,
talks about getting a strange tattoo that looks like you mixed with Zeph Galifianakis. It would definitely be that part.
And that part has been on TikTok recently, which makes it even worse.
Oh god.
Oh.
Luckily that hasn't popped up in my
think
TikTok algorithm yet.
Soon, it's coming. Now that
Yeah,
you said
I
it.
heard. It was
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah, I can feel
I
it
think
coming
I-
on. My
I think
phone's
I would
creeping up behind me
probably-
right now.
I think I'd probably go with Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
Yeah.
I think that would have to be it.
Solid.
I honestly
As a ringtone, that sounds especially obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't even mind
I
that
feel like
song.
it'd be really funny the first couple of times, but like after it keeps going, I would just be like, first of all, this is annoying, but also, why do you have this as your ringtone in this?
Like, we
year?
get it. You pop tags.
What?
I think I would lose my mind if I heard someone's ringtone to the song "Ordinary Love" by Sporting. I
I don't know why I knew it was
would
coming.
strangle them.
Like, the first time you hear it, you're like, okay, not that's really cool, really cool. And then you hear it 3,000 fucking times.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you're a
By the
fan,
time we
huh?
released it, it was like the oldest fucking thing in the world to me. Like it doesn't
I feel
feel
that.
new at all.
Especially after the fact that we sat on it for almost like a year, and also had to film a music video with it. Like it gets.
I recorded
old.
that song in February 2019.
Jesus Christ.
That's more than a year.
Yeah.
Jesus, I've had it for a year.
Man, I'd hate it too, damn. And then the last one is you're on the way home from a really, really bad date, and the person you went on a date with is in the car. You have to pick the song to cut the silence. I'm going with a Bleacher song called How Dare You Want More, because there's just this sick saxophone part that would just, like, distract me from everything.
Oh my god.
So they're still in
Yep,
the car.
I'm driving him home.
Oh boy. Oh, this is hard.
And it's awkward silence.
Yep, you gotta cut it. What are you turning
I
on?
feel like you gotta go with something really upbeat to just like counteract everything and be really confusing. Almost.
I don't have like a song, but I would just probably play like Kenny G's favorite, like best hits. You know?
I think feel like I'd be tempted to throw on like 100 Gex song and just annoy the crap out of them.
Oh yeah.
Like,
You're like really
just put
seal
on
the
Money
deal
Machine,
here.
but like just play that over and over again until I ride home.
I feel like I'd throw on like Knocked Loose or something to make them think I'm like insane or something.
Fair.
Just like Knocked Loose, just like on the steering wheel, just like.
That date was
Take a
great.
thing out.
I'm so happy.
No, I had fun.
I saw Knocked Loose once, and that was enough for me.
Same.
My buddy
I
broke
got
his
tickets to
nose
see
at one
them
of their
again, and I
shows.
was like, I'm
His
good.
nose literally got knocked loose.
First song.
I think I saw that. Did he tweet about that or something?
I probably did. It's a funny memory for me. His nose is fine now, but man, it looked bad. He looked like one of the orcs from Lord of the
'Cause
Rings.
I remember
man.
that happening.
It was not good. He's gonna watch this interview and be like, "I'm gonna kill this kid."
What the fuck?
You didn't name him. Nobody will ever know.
True. He will know though if he sees this.
Name drop. Name drop.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible. Oh gosh. So I have one final question for you guys. Musicians have the ability and the platform to leave marks on the world in various ways, either larger or smaller. What is the mark that you guys would like to make?
Well, I don't know. Like, define mark.
That's a big question.
Exactly, that's why it's the last one.
We're a little pop band.
I mean, just like in general, I think that like anybody who has a platform can use it, whether you have like 3 people listening to you or 3,000 or 300,000. And it can look like different things. Like if you just want to make people fucking turn on the song and make you feel good, that's one thing. If you want to solve world hunger with Ordinary Love, that's another.
Yeah, so probably just, end all world hunger and
Yeah.
that was always my goal at the beginning.
This kid's taking the easy way out. I was about to
Copping out again.
be like, "Damn, dude, I just want the money."
I'd like to
Let them
end
kids
world
starve.
suffering
No,
and
I'm
also
just
make
kidding.
all the money.
Yeah, I'd like to think that like with the right platform and the right sort of like financial backing, I could make a difference in things that I want to make a difference in. But obviously, you need to get to that point first. I don't know. I don't have like grand expectations. I mean, I would love for this for this project to blow up, but obviously it's a lot of work and there's luck involved. So you gotta have reasonable expectations. I've always said I don't need to be like, world famous. If I could get to the point where I'm able to make quit my day job and make a living off of music, that would literally be like all I really need in life. Like I don't have to live like super lavishly. Just like if I'm able to live off of music, that would be like basically all I need. Anything else is a plus, obviously, but that's where my first like real goal would be, I think.
I'd like to make an impact on the chip industry. I mean, I don't think there's enough chips in every bag. There's just so
There's
much
actually
air.
a shortage.
Yeah.
Chip
Oh,
shortage.
there's a shortage? Oh, God damn it.
Oh, I triggered him. No,
You're doing terribly.
Yeah, Tony, come on, man.
Yeah.
Tony Tiger.
I'm sorry, there's just not enough chips in the bags anymore, and there's so much air. Especially baked ones. I want more baked chips.
I don't actually want to end world hunger though. Like, I don't want to like use that as.
You don't want to? That's a bad look.
Well, not like I don't, but that wasn't my intention. I don't know. Definitely, like kind of what Ben said. It's just kind of, the main goal throughout this is also just to play music that we can play every day. So like, I want to be able to sing songs that aren't like killing my voice, that I'll be able to sing every day for like months at a time, and I feel like that was impossible before. But then like things long term like that I want our platform to benefit people is like I just want people to like kind of like listen to our music and I guess be like impressed, but like also I just want them to be like, I don't know, like comforted in a way. Like I want like it's just like friendly music that's easy to listen to, that like makes you in a happier place. It's like I don't really like to listen to sad music anymore, so like I don't want people to feel that way when like I just don't like the way I feel when I listen to like depressing music, I guess. I don't know. I'm like rambling, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what I mean.
I get you. I get
I was
the vibe.
picking up what you were putting down. Come on now.
Hell yeah.
I'd also really like.
I mean,
I've always wanted for music I make to be used in like skate montages, like people who make skate
Oh,
videos.
yeah, that's a big one.
That's just some random thing I thought of. That's a mark I would like to leave.
If anyone uses a sporting song in a skate video just once, I think we've succeeded.
Yeah, honestly.
Dude,
I'll
actually,
start
that's-
sending it out. Don't worry. We'll get it there.
Send them
Hell
to all
yeah.
your
All the
skater
skater
friends.
boys.
I think like that's the other thing I've always wanted to see someone like just post like a cover of like our music. Like that would just be so cool to watch. You know?
Oh God, my ego would be too big after that. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm too cocky already. I can't have people covering my music.
I just meant like that would be like a cool ass feeling seeing people like actually like being
Nah, I
like,
agree.
I want to take the time to learn this because I think it's like a good song to learn, you know?
I think the
So,
shit.
like I like the structure. I like the
I like the structure.
I like the chord progressions in this bridge.
Very good. Why don't I learn it and do a cover?
Wow. This has been a
Damn.
blast. Thank you, Sporting, for hanging out today. Thanks, guys.
Chick's giving the judgmental face. He's mad.
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Well, we just stole your bit.
What bit?
You were just the
You
question.
just interrupted Allie.
I'm so sorry.
That's it. I'm out of here. No, I'm kidding. Do you guys want to plug anything before I stop the record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the band sporting. Or no, I'm sorry, sporting band. Our email is thebandsporting@gmail.com. I always mix that up.
Don't email us.
Please email us. Please, I'm begging you.
We get no messages.
You got
I made this email
shows
for
coming
both-
up? You want to plug?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Watch out for tour announcements.
Jake, I got this.
That's-
We're playing in Jersey City at 902 Brewery, right? That's the name of the brewery, 902 Brewing Co. In Jersey City on Friday, December 3rd. On December 4th, we're playing at Alchemy in Providence for Another One Down's album release show, which is going to be fire.
He's so good at
Jake already gave the socials. We've got music on Spotify, iTunes, probably a bunch of other stuff under the name Sporting. We're on Facebook as Sporting, Instagram, Sporting Band, Twitter, Sporting Band, and I think I hit everything. Don't email us.
this.